I think the worst thing I ever saw at Pips, and I've talked about this before, was the first night I was ever at Pips. A comic by the name of Sammy Varela was teaching a comedy class, and the graduation was to work a show at Pips. And he invited me to do a guest spot, which is the first club I was ever booked at, ever. For any like everything else was open mics and bringer shows. It's the first time anybody ever booked me. So I go down, I meet this cute girl, we're hitting it off, she says she's cold, I give her my jacket, and then this guy who looks vaguely familiar comes over, throws his arm around me, and it turns out he's the brother of a guy from my neighborhood in Brooklyn that we call the Dirty Michael J. Fox, because he looks like Michael J. Fox, but he was a dirtbag. He was furiously dirty. So he then says to the girl, he looks at the girl I'm with, he looks at me, he goes, "You gonna bang this hooah?" And I'm like, whoa, I just met this girl. What kind of way is so then he walks away, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe that guy's drunk, I'm sorry. And then I get up and I have a good set, and I get off, and one or two people later, that guy gets on, and his whole act is saying, person by person in the audience, "I remember you, I fucked you in the ass." Each and every person, there's no other setup, or that's it, "I remember you." Then when he's finished with that, like, it was Brooklyn, so 3 or 4 "I fucked you in the asses" got laughs. But then, as people realized, as time went on, there was nothing more. They became angry. They were okay with you insulting them. You just have to have a little something more to distract them after you've insulted them. So now the second time, he decides he's going to go through the room a second time, but he makes it more personally insulting. "You fat bastard with the lazy eye, I remember you, I fucked you in the ass." He gets through the whole audience twice. They're grumbling. They're, this fucking, like, you can hear they're angry about it. People are talking at tables, they're ignoring him, and you can hear the anger rising in the room. And then he settles on an old Italian couple up front that he didn't say anything to the whole 2 times, and he looks at them, and you can feel a collective, "Please don't do that, don't do it. And he goes, "Hey, everybody knows I fucked her in the ass." And everybody goes, "Oh!" And he goes, "But what you don't know is I fucked him in the ass, and I made him wipe the shit off my dick with his house keys. Thank you. Good night." So he then runs off stage like he's won the Super Bowl. He's thrown the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, and the crowd attacks him physically. They're like, and then he's got some juice head tattooed boss from Bensonhurst pushing people back. It spills out in the street and becomes a fist fight. And at that time, the manager, Ray Garvey, who was running the place, came up to me and said, "Hey, that was pretty good. What are you doing Saturday night?" And I said, "I'm performing here." And he said, "Yeah, all right." And so the first time I got booked in Pips, there was a fist fight out in the street. So all the crazy shit that happened to me at Pips after that is my fault. I should have, like, I'm going to college. Fuck you, people. I have to leave. That was like the worst thing I've ever seen at Pips.